Okay, so welcome. What you see right now is a website I created with local AI, not with the Claude AI. Everything you see, the website here right now, and it's also running. Wait a second, let me turn this off. This everything you see visually, those videos and renders, those are handcrafted. This is my Blender creation. No one has seen this video. This is a Mother Days video I made. And here's a background video. But anyway, so I created a website using local AI and Visual Studio, and I'm completely new to that. I've never created a website, and I technically still haven't. But you heard probably about Claude AI, which is a system which allows you to tell AI create a website, and it does it for you. It does the whole process of creating the website for you. This is not the case in my case, not because I wouldn't like it. It's just Claude AI is not for free. You have to sign in. I don't know, like to sign in and to subscribe, to pay money basically. So everything I use is really for free. So I use LM Studio, this guy here, which allows you to run local AI on your personal computer. And this is a very simplified software. So it's very easy to run AI on your machine. It's if you download that program and then you download the models, and the program will suggest everything for you, and then you can communicate with AI. This is the older version. By old I mean LM Studio. First of all, it's for free, but it's, in my understanding, not open source. Has also an upgrade now. There is another version called LM Studio Bionic, but it's only available for Mac and Windows. And with the upgraded Bionic version, you can actually have agents. That means you type in, write a program for me, and it will do that whole thing. It can do that by itself, I think, something like that. I mean, I cannot use it because I use Linux. Technically I can now, because the last 2 weeks were crazy. I have also now a Windows 11 proper installation to go on an external SSD, thanks to Rufus, but this is a different topic. But I use mainly Linux now. So local AI I used, and actually, in fact, there is a video which I recorded yesterday. Yesterday I learned how to wipe code, basically, with Visual Studio, and you can see that I've learned because it was very, very hard to understand that. So I created a little pie game yesterday, and you can see in the video the whole process of it. I share the whole thing. It's not a tutorial, it's just to see a guy struggling, having fun with struggling, and I enjoy that. I enjoy that it's hard. But anyway, so when I open the website here again, by the way, the website does run locally. It's not online yet. I get to that in a second. But if I scroll down, I prepared here another video. This is the upgrade from yesterday's video, basically. I just thought it's funny to implement that into this website here right now. So when I play that, platforms, you will hear me, and I'm gonna turn this off a little bit. So you can see here's a game running. This is the Pi game upgrade. So I actually worked a little bit on that too, but then I stopped because the main focus, the main point why I went into wipe coding was to check out, to get an website running. So I was watching a video about it's possible to create a website relatively cheap. All you need is a domain name, like www.youtube.com, right? And that is not so expensive. So it's like 15 to 20 euro a year to rent a domain name. I have not one. And then you need basically a website, which I've never done before. And again, technically I still haven't, and I'll get to that also in a second. Why I think I'm still new to everything. What I say doesn't mean anything, okay? But I can understand why, seeing the limitation of AI. By limitation, AI has always a context memory. That means you can fill up his brain, or its brain, and at some point it cannot continue consistently very well. at least for local AI. It's also more limited on my hardware, for example. So, and if you understand programming better, you can, split that, and you can use it more efficiently. So I think there's a benefit of still learning programming. It makes sense to me, but this changes, the time right now, the future, the next 2 years is going to be crazy. You saw the last two. Anyway, it's not about that. I'm not an expert anyways. So, but there is my ideas. There are website builders, right? Website builders like, I have nothing prepared, I just scroll a little bit, like WordPress. I found in WordPress, so I checked out WordPress, and WordPress is like, also I think the download works now. WordPress is like 50 at the cheapest offer, I think €5 for 6 GB. So WordPress is a website builder. Meaning you go to the website, you build your website very easily, with everything's prepared for you, and that's fine because it's simple and not too expensive, but also it costs €5 a month, and next year would cost €10, and that's just the best offer. But if I can build the whole website myself, then I have the website saved as files on my computer too, and that means I can then put them on a server, and I can always move with my website to whatever offer is the best. If you go to a website builder, I think that's how it works. I've never had one. I just use Logic here. If I go to a website builder, I also stuck with this guy, because if I ever think they get too expensive, I want to go to another one. Sure, I can switch. Domain is, I guess you can do that, but I don't know if you can just, the website is on the website builder. That means the whole style is also on the website builder. And if you then want to just grab the whole website, I don't know how inconvenient that is. Maybe it's easy, I don't know. I've never done that before, like I said. But I like the idea. So I create a website with AI first. And right now this is just a template running locally on my system. But if the template is being done, which I'm still far away, it looks like kind of good, but AI is good in boosting, in showing something fast, but then you hit the wall because you produce something which you cannot understand, and then you slow down. A programmer, I guess, is first very slow, and as soon as he has a certain amount of knowledge in his brain, he can get fast. That's how I think it works, but whatever. So yeah, I have to figure out things out, like, for example, how do I change the sizes of this guy, for example, how do I download things. I did how, download was also, I think it works now. So I can now basically use here the download thing. Now I could choose here download folder, and I could download my own picture, and I can replace that, so it's downloaded. This one works, other do not work right now. So the website really runs well, and if I, interesting. If I prepare the firewall on my computer to allow it to have a certain port open, then I can use it in my local network. I can use this website here from my tablet and from my phone. It's not adjusted well for the phone right now, but the tablet already works, and I can also download and watch videos. Basically, I can create an in-home network streaming in this funny way. I've never done that either before. It's very interesting to me. So a little page for myself, right? You can see the address. This is my local network address, right? LAN, basically. So very interesting stuff. Now, I just wanted to share that with you. I also want to, I showed you the update already, right? This video here. There's another video which you should check out on Project Lara, my Blender channel, because this is basically the most work I put ever into any videos. Everything you see is visually handcrafted and created. Everything from scratch without following templates, completely free. And I created a card too. Blah blah blah. I know, but check it out on Project Lara, or if I have a website in the future. Right now, I'm still preparing. Anyway, so I'm happy, and I'm not just wipe coded. I also got into trying to understand how I can move this guy, for instance. And the problem with with AI coding is also basically it's super simple. So basically, here's my AI, and once in a while, I have here to create a website, right? Basically, what I have to do is I have to have an index HTML, a style HTML. So index and style are basically showing you the visual, and script is basically how the website is behaving. That's my understanding in short, but I'm not an expert again. I just learned that. And what AI likes to do is producing fast, but there is a randomness to it. There is always a chance that it could screw up something or change something randomly. And if you don't know what's happening beneath that, you maybe move on and then realize way too late that something else has changed, and that now you have to fix it again. And that's why I think programming, or at least understanding it a little bit what you do, it's very useful. I'm not gonna become a programmer. My writing skills are way too weak. I misspell so many things. This is very, very tough for me. But I can certainly get better in understanding what I do. I can certainly get better in tweaking things. So right now, like I said, I hit a wall, and that's good because I slowed down. I wanted to increase the next page, but I think right now I have lots of things already going on. That's enough for me to now. Now I wanna see if I can adjust all those little settings here, right? Different sizes, orientate myself, structure it a little bit better, and make sure the download buttons work, not just for this thing. By the way, this is the reason why I create a website. I have many projects, many projects. Obviously, I have them, and when I press come on, it never really works when I need it. Here we go. So this is one of the backgrounds I created. I have now a larger screen, a wide screen. This is also the first time for me, and so I need to create bigger, wider background videos, screenshots, wallpapers, and I want to offer them, not just them, also some little animations for overlays for OBS and stuff like this. When I make this one here bigger, you can see this guy is running in OBS right now, and this is stuff I want to offer. But first I need a website as cheap as possible. I do not want to waste money too much if I don't have to. And also, this is surprisingly you don't believe how excited I am. This has all happened since yesterday. The visual progress I've made in 2 days is incredible. But now the learning kicks in. Now I slow down because the AI is a little bit like a drug. It gives you immediate dopamine if you want. Like, here's the thing, right? That's cool. For visual guys like me, that's cool. But then, because I know how learning works, is it's better to understand the shit. But I repeat myself in this way. I'm just excited. That's why I also repeat myself. It's just so crazy to me, Just think about it. Okay, now enough of the blah blah blah. I want to fix this issue here a little bit. So what I did is I'm going to show that you can. I don't want to be in my home folder. I want to be in my portfolio folder, and maybe make this one bigger. But where do I place that for now? Maybe here. Yeah, that's okay. So coding. What do you see right now? That's crucial. This is also a folder. So this here, asset, index, script, STL, is all in the my portfolio. Also, I need a portfolio now. I mean, do I need one? But it makes sense for a guy like me. So when I click on portfolio, this is probably because of a backup, I guess. Usually, it shouldn't happen like this, but it kind of happened. Well, when I click on portfolio, this is how it should look. So I just realized it now. Of the backup, which I get into the second about. Oh, okay. So this is the folder, basically the portfolio folder, and here you can see assets. Assets is basically the videos and pictures I put in, right? And I gave them names, and I still have to think about how I would name them to replace the content of the website, basically. And this is the Walter Alpha image, right? This is the guy here. So, and why do I show that to you? I forgot. Actually, this one I can delete. I thought I have to offer a zip to the download works, but it actually just works. So, yeah, so basically this is my whole website containing in this folder here. Why I have a double, it just happened like that. And here I have like backup. So whenever I have a website running kinda in the way I wanted it to run, then I just back up the whole folder by zipping it, compressing it. If it's a zip file, I can always, go back when I mess with the code or something. And here I have my, here I wanna do that. I wanna basically go a little bit back. So here I have, let me just explain what I want to do. So you can see this guy here is a little bit too good. Here's the cube jumper update with the Pygame. Yeah. So this guy here is a little bit too tiny. I want to make him bigger, and I know it's somewhere in the style here. But there is something missing. So basically, I last update where I told AI, hey, replace. I don't know. I think I was working on the downloads. Yeah, the downloads were named source file, and I think it was about changing the source file into downloads. Anyway, it doesn't, whatever. And now he basically screwed up again. I forgot to tell him, do only that, don't change anything else, and that's where AI is annoying, because it sometimes randomly changes stuff. Not really, it's actually my fault. The better I prompt, the more accurate I prompt the AI, the better results I get. But I'm also lazy, so I don't do that always very carefully. And as a matter of fact, I think this is I want to make this a thing. I want to make a matter of fact. I want to make this like a hack for the YouTube algorithm, not for my channel. It's not this doesn't change anything, but for the bigger channels, maybe maybe they can use it to squeeze it in, to squeeze the F word in. Anyway, so this guy I want to make bigger, but if I go to the gift, and this is how I can navigate here. So gift banner, this is this guy. If I change here anything, the 20, let's make this 10 and say Control S, it updates here. You see that? And I can make this bigger, but I cannot make him move to the left or the right. So I'm gonna replace that with the old version. And for that, I go into my backup. Now here we go. That's what I try to communicate. It should be, backup makes sense. So far, so good is also good. Those are the last, the newest backups here. Open with this guy here, open. And now going into this guy, and this one here is the interesting part. Now here I press Control F and look for GIF again, enter, and this is what I need. So I'm gonna copy that. This is responsible for that part, and you can see here's a little bit of German. If it's German, then that means I have edited. So that's easy for me. If I just use German, I don't have to type I updated that, or this is for me. I know it's for me because it's in a German language. So I'm gonna just copy that and paste that one here. Replace this part. And did this work? Oh shit, no. Let's see, copy. Still new to that. It's still not something I handle well. See, I'm confused. So, why is it so weird? Copy the whole thing. Here, copy. What is it doing, man? Open stuff. I see. I can open stuff and closing stuff. I'm getting a little bit pissed here right now. It's so weird. I did this before. It wasn't a big deal. Well, maybe I can make this a little bit wider. Come on, just replace that. No, Control V. Now here we go. It wasn't difficult, was it? Sometimes okay, I'm gonna save, and now it updated, but it also broke, I think. Oh, let's see. I guess so. But maybe, let's see if interesting. It's about the format right now. Okay, I'm gonna hide this guy into here. I hope the recording still works. because the thing is, when it's not, it's about pop-OS, it's a different issue. It just stops sometimes recording. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Let me try to open it again and see if this works better. No, it's definitely not working. And let me close that. I have the widescreen now and I like it, but it's also weird. It's also weird. Maybe I should copy the other stuff too, huh? But let me see again. This is the recording and this is the style. So where am I here again? This one here. Actually, I think that makes sense, right? Because this is completely not there. Copy and paste and save. Here we go. Okay, this was responsible for that. See? Okay. Sure. It's not right now. It's more like a copy and paste job. But this one, I didn't figure this out. I what do they say? Which is a stupid thing. I AI engineered. That is the word. I mean, I don't think that's. It's if you are a programmer and without kissing your asses. Or what I always like to punch you when I be nice, because I don't wanna like to give you some sympathy points because I say something nice. So I don't give a shit about you guys, okay? So it's not I don't give a shit. But here's the thing about a programmer. I mean, but programmer have to really carry a lot of knowledge in their head. They had to learn that shit for years. And to get at a certain level, a certain understanding, and if they work, that is, it means something. AI engineer, they just prompt the head, and they don't have the head full. They have to, So it's. Let me rephrase that. It sounds way too important. If you are really engineering an AI itself, then yes, you can call yourself AI engineer if you want. But if you use AI to write a program, you're certainly not an AI engineer. Certainly not. Whatever. Anyway, but maybe I change my mind if I do that. In 2 years I will say, yeah, sure, I can see that actually. This is that it's also work. Prompting is also work. It is. But right now, I wouldn't say that. Right now, it's program is still. But best case scenario, you can do both, really. But then you have everything. Okay, I had to say that. Okay, now. When I changed this, I gave myself a hint. A value of 0 means this guy is going to the left side completely. A value of 100, this guy is going to the right side completely. So let's see if this is right. 100. But I think already this interferes. I don't think this is ideal what I do right now, because when I check this out on my phone, come on,
Cube Jumper,
stop it. Others, everything starts now. You want to start too? Just to make sure. So it's actually gone. It doesn't even work. So what did I do? 100% doesn't work. Let's try 90% and save it. Here appears slowly but surely. It appears on the left side. Maybe it depends on this value too. I always change stuff. What is this doing again? I don't know. This just completely vanished. Maybe the value was too high. Let's try 50%. It gets a little bit smaller in here. Okay, interesting. What is that? Adjust Control für den Platz, auf dem Walter hockt. Yeah. This is determine this. You'll see. It's the space here where Walter is on top of it. You see that the darker bluish here. Let's change that a little bit. Let's make it 50 to see if something happens. and I do not know what happened, so I keep it. Yeah, you saw that, right? Okay, and so basically we can squeeze that a little bit. Let's squeeze that a little bit. Let's make this here 50. Oh, let's make this bigger, and then smaller. Okay, that's what it's doing. Don't know what that does. No idea. Sometimes you see a little glitch. This is the window. The logo is getting big for a second when I save. Yeah, weird. Why doesn't this? I see it. This is this one here. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. The next thing is, so let's put this guy into the middle. Which is, I think, 50% or 45, I think. Yeah, let's follow that. I know it sucks, but it's I cannot interrupt that one. I do this sometimes offline, postpone that, but only for a few seconds, and then I start it manually. But if I do it in here, it's even more annoying. Okay, so I followed instruction for my eyes, and now let's move this on here. Yeah, see, it's kind of in the middle, but on the phone it doesn't look quite okay. Also on the phone, this one is too big. I don't know how to change that right now. I have to orientate myself. Okay, so that works, and the download should still work, right? So yeah, this one works still. I can still download. Okay. Cancel. I don't need multiple files of that. Good. Let's say I wanna download, because it's fun to do that. I like to figure this out. The difference to me and to other people in terms of learning. It depends on the type of guy you are. I'm a tweaking guy. That means I need to see stuff and then tweaking and see if something breaks, or change something. When I see a change happening because I did an action, then I learn. I cannot learn from only books, meaning like people who can go onto forums, read the manual, see this is what I need to do, okay, and then they do it. This is not how I work. This is not how I learn. I can't learn like that. Or I can, and sure I can force myself, but I'm not gonna be successful. I will give up. I like the tweaking thing, and the page is not empty, so I can tweak a little bit, and if I understand enough, I may be, probably never gonna do that, but I may be, for sure I'm never gonna do that, write the code myself, never gonna do that, or at least try to reconstruct a simple version. Anyway, so now let's try to download. No, this is too large. This is still, I don't want to spoil that to you right now. It's an older project already, but still, this is empty. 4 minutes. Yeah, why not? I can download that again. Also see the speed internal, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be funny. So this is Research Lab. By the way, all the descriptions, they are just AI generated. Just told AI make a website stylish, then I changed the colors a little bit. I also had a Matrix version in between, and I do Blender stuff. It's gonna be also a portfolio for Blender stuff, so that's why sometimes Blender things appear here, but it's not. I didn't. I have to adjust those things later. So right now this is just a template website basically. Okay, anyway, so let me adjust now the download, because if I click here download, see, it doesn't work. View render would just make start the thing, so this is also not true, for videos. I need to change that also. Okay, but let's get to that. So I only have to Research Lab interior. Let's do that. I think I have to go to the HTML, and let's go just research. Actually, you know what? I can. Yeah, this week I'm gonna skip my writing lesson. I just can't. It's too much. It's just I definitely should if I want to improve. And it's also made this a rule once a week. But whatever. I always was very disciplined when I was younger. When I started learning English, very disciplined. I didn't allow myself to make I follow the rules no matter what. But now, no, I have things going on. The only thing I have to learn is to once in a while break those rules. That's also important for me. So let's do that once in a while. Break the rules for myself. Okay, research lab. You see here, this is responsible for this area here. If I change that, for example, let's call that Pygame. Saving that. Now it's Pygame, right? Actually, I don't like those things. Why are they here actually? Now it's Pygame. Okay. And Pygame video. This is actually a Pygame underscore video. Save. Pygame video. And now I need basically I thought, because here's the thing, AI created that, and I was thinking, oh, this is a zip file, so I need to have a separate, if people want to download that, it has to be a zip file, but it doesn't have to be a zip file, it just has to have the same name. So right now the name of this video is called VB2. I named it like that. It means video B. Why it's B2, I don't know. This is maybe, I don't know why I did this. It should have been enough to be video B, but okay. So I'm gonna open the file browser again and go to my portfolio assets, and here is video B. That's why. I see. That should be actually video B, C, but okay, whatever. Yeah, so that's a video B, and if I wanna download that, it should be basically just video B2 dot mp4, I guess. mp4 save, and let's see if the download already works. And here we go, download works already. That's all I had to do, changing the thing here. Yeah, so you can see I understand it a little bit better. Now let's make it more interesting for you, because what you want to see probably, and because this right now works also, it's okay, let's download the video. Come on, download. It's already downloaded. Come on, here, open the file. I mean, that was fast, local. Good. Here's and now Cube Jumper update. So I made this video knowing that I would put this into the website, right? When I made the Pygame in the other video, that was really out of curiosity, but I really focus now on the website first. But you learn really about the limitation of AI also very quickly, especially on local AI. I know I said that already a couple of times, but that's something I realized. But I don't want to digress too much in terms of, I really want to do the website first before I do any game, and I don't know if I should do Pygame or if I go to Godot again or something like that. Anyway, so let's say I have here now the website here, right? And Cube Jumper. Everything starts again. I don't know why. I guess this is my mouse. There must be a key on my mouse doing that. There's more space on the right side. Yeah, look, there's more space on the right. Okay. I think it's a mouse key triggering that. Anyway, okay. Let's say we have here the site. Let's transform the site into into an art gallery style, more like. But how can I say that? What kind of art gallery? Into something. I have chosen a darker color. It's better for my eyes. So I would say if I would do a website for someone else, which I'm far away yet. Well, not so far away. Things getting easier, but also not, but approachable for me at least. That's the thing. Approachable. It's in reach for me now, because it wasn't in reach, because programming is hard, man. Especially if you screw up writing, it's really far away from you. So while English learning, talking, that's a strength. My hearing is good. That's a strength. So if I can hear well, I can understand pronunciation well, or tone, and I can talk for sure. As you hear, I like it. But writing, no, it's never gonna be a strength. But I can improve still. Okay. Now I prepared something already. What you see here is my prompt, and that was funny to me. So I didn't have to write him the prompt always, but what I say first to AI is I rewrite the whole code, and now I had to add split those 3 different file documents, basically, like HTML code, split script, split style, make it so that I can copy and paste them separately. I don't even know if this is correct English right now. Let's see, tools. Adjust everything to the phone for format. Let me see. Format. Okay. That was easy, sure, but I was, that's just, like I said, it's not. My brain does not, or I don't like to say that, but I cannot really. I don't see those mistakes easily. They just I'm not made for that, but I have different strength. I keep saying that because it's true, and no one listens, so I repeat myself. Adjust everything to the phone. So basically, this is the most important thing. Split that, because I'm gonna give him all the different codes. You'll see in a second how I do that. So I'm gonna just get rid of this quickly, and then select everything, and then so this is how it usually looks. My first prompt. First one is just rewrite. Second is then the task. So I want him. The second thing is change the web page or website. Change the website style into modern art. What? See, that's what I mean. Modern. Modern. I'm not gonna do that. I check the pronunciation. But modern. Okay, one more time. Modern gallery. Change the website style into a modern gallery style. So I think he will make it wider. We'll see what he makes. I did this once, but I didn't edit modern. Let's see what modern means in AI. Okay, this is the basics, and 3 we don't need. Oh, maybe we need. I could say don't change anything. Let's see. I have backups anyways. Actually, I don't. Let's make a backup, because right now this one works with the downloads. I like that. So let's do this one. Let's go to this one. I can delete because I have the so far so good is still okay. I don't need too many backups also. Compress. So backup. So, and depending on how much assets I have, this is relatively fast usually, but you can see here I have already larger videos inside. Okay, anyway, so where was I? Yeah, okay, so basically here I prepared my prompt first. Let me put this onto this screen here. Okay, that's easier. Let me make it smaller. And now I'm gonna paste, first I'm gonna use this symbol here quite a lot to separate the commands. So I'm gonna copy that whole page and then Control V, I paste that in, scroll down, and then separate. The next one is the script. And then I'm gonna copy the whole thing and paste that in. And the third thing, let's separate that. and then the last one is this one here. And for the programmer, they freak out because they have learned, I know one programmer, never copy. Never. And this is still true. You should never copy, especially when you use the Visual Studio for the first couple of times. I know that one. Never copy code from the internet, and try it out without reading or understanding it at least. And that same thing should actually count for AI, because this code is running on my system. And if AI is kind of malicious or confused, it can actually break some stuff here. So I should always read that. And as you have seen, I read that. You should. A friend of mine told me that. I have to, sure, but it's I tried the first couple of times, but after a while you just give up. You just swap. So it's probably better to install a complete system which is only used for that kind of task. I think I'm gonna do that with Linux. I also experiment a lot, and I keep reinstalling and making Linux operating system templates, then backing them up, and then it's so great. It's since I switched to Linux, I think it's just such an interesting time for me. Yeah. So, which is good, because I really struggle with my eyes, man. And I had the last couple of years horrible, like fucking horrible. It's okay though. Not everybody has this package. I know. I get that one, but that wasn't easy. That one is still not easy. It's not over yet, and it's not easy. But anyway, I don't know sympathy for that, because I said this here casually in this thing. So, meaning no like for that. Now let me paste that. So you saw I copied basically index, script, and style separately. I separated them in one prompt, and I'm gonna paste that in. And I keep usually the first thing in the top, so I can always see what I was prompting first. So I prepared that here, and already increased the memory of the local AI. Now Gemini is relatively fast. I also sometimes use a switch between Gemini 4 and ChatGPT. For example, Gemini wasn't able to, with the same prompt, Gemini wasn't able to change the source files. So the downloads were called source files first, and I asked, please change that into downloads, and Gemini refused to do it. It tried, it did something, but it just didn't. Name was still the same, and then ChatGPT was actually doing that. And if you're a programmer, so you can see right now I write the whole code, and sometimes I think that's better, because I still don't know what is dependent. If you change something in HTML, maybe you have to change something in style too. So that I do not know still. And if you know your stuff better, you can be more efficient. You can only swap out a part, or AI engineer. Stupid word. People suck so much with this whole. Let me just say that because it's true. Internet bullshit words. The bullshitting words like influencer. So over the top. You are a video maker. If anything, you make videos. That's about it. Attention seeker, if anything. I include myself into that category. Definitely attention seeker, but not an influencer, man. Influencer is always, why do we have to so annoying, eh? So annoying. Like be realistic, You do YouTube videos. That's it, man. Influencer. What did I sometimes say? I know this is a little bit harsh, so get ready. Don't be triggered. A piece of shit lying on the street influences my path finding. So it does. This is just bullshit, man. What do we do here sometimes, eh? And I used to be the politically correct Lucas when I was younger, but I guess I get older and more rougher. That's good though. I gotta be more rough. I'm too nice anyways. So this one, I just copied that and pasted here in. Yes, it looks fine. I don't see anything malicious going on. But actually, not really. So if there's something going on, I'm fucked. But let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I think this is actually the saying. I'm not even. Sometimes I like to modify them into nonsense. Style. So this is the style here. And the last is the smallest. This is the script. Goes into the script. Now I'm gonna close that here, and restart the server. This is also a server. This is an extension I had to download separately. It's this guy here. Was recommended from Gemini. Said download that if you wanna see. So you can write the code, the website in Visual Studio, but you cannot see it, which is also weird for me because you have to set up a server to see it. And this is the live server. This guy runs then locally on my hardware and is reachable in my local network. Very interesting stuff. Very convenient meanwhile, but also still overwhelming. Anyway, let's go to here again and right click. So if you want to turn this on, you have to be in index HTML, right click and say open live server. This opens your browser and you can see it has already changed the way we think. It changed everything. The future is here. Now this is more an artistic a gallery. Like I said, now this is the modern style, right? Let's make this full screen to see it in Puttiful. And see, this guy doesn't fit anymore. It's always the same thing. Maybe I should just change the resolution of this guy in the first place. It might be easier. That's horrible for my eyes right now. But it's kind of cool looking. I gotta admit that. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. Cool, right? And you can also change the structure. But while this looks like it's almost done, I'm far away from this is a proper website. There are no second pages. Maybe I don't need a second page. Maybe it's simpler. Maybe the first approach when I get online, if it really just only costs me like €20 a year, and I can put the website onto a GitHub Pages, which is for free, I guess. Depending on the limitation in terms of the size, what you can upload there. Maybe this might be already enough, or I can look for a cheap server or something, right? Very cool. I like that a lot. Here's another background video just for fun. This is not a great background video, but it's just, it works here. This one again you have to check out. This is really, really cool. Let's watch the first 10 seconds together. It's also a showcase video, no? Okay, anyway, skills. What skills do I have? Nothing, portfolio only. Blender 3D, environment design, lighting and rendering, cycle and Eve, texturing, substance painter. No, I don't do that. Composition theory. No, composition theory. Post-production Photoshop. In touch, get in touch, ready to collaborate on my next visual masterpiece. Oh boy, why do we talk like that? But this is how people talk, I know. I see them talking about they walking. If they go to a gallery, everybody walks in this certain body movement, like very. Oh, I'm so interested in everything I see, and. But so it's good. Don't get me wrong. We have to have those places, and we have artists need people who look, and it's just sometimes why do we have the weird language? Sometimes really bothers me. The bullshitting language, not being honest. But I guess whatever. You don't give a shit. So here's also a logo, very tiny. Let's see what happened to I think what happened, because it keeps happening the same thing, it always interferes with the Walter here, always makes him bigger, makes him smaller. It's always a random occurrence here, Control F, and now let's say GIF animation, and here we have it, this guy. Yeah, I think it's maybe it has changed that. It sent us the banner auto. I guess the auto is the thing here. I don't want the auto thing. I want the other thing where I can do more. But let's just do it like so. Ah shit! No! Shut up! Ah, this actually works. Okay. So no, I like it. It's should be very cute. You know, it's a Mother's Day and a birthday thing at the same time. But I also made the melody on the piano. I mean keyboard. Alter, hör doch auf jetzt. Yeah. So yeah, see, this is a weird guy. Maybe it looks better on the phone. I could imagine that. Yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover, so it's incredible fast. And the good thing is it still builds from scratch. And so basically what I meant earlier, when I don't need the WordPress in theory, maybe I'll still do that. I'm not sure how, you know, maybe I just 2 days, you know, who knows if I can actually accomplish my goal, but it looks pretty promising. But in theory, I have the website on my computer, the whole page, and so I can rent a server if GitHub Pages is not enough. A cheap server, which maybe allows me to run a server with, I don't know, 20 gigabyte storage, right? Would be enough, at least for starting. And if you just rent a server with an empty, not a built website, but only a server, I think they should be relatively cheap. So that's good. I like cheap. I like money. I like that's funny. I'm so fascinated by that. This is a good feeling. This is a good feeling because I'm very excited. I'm not just a bit excited. I tried Godot. I was excited, but I wasn't that excited. It's weird that I'm so excited. So I might find something here, but we'll see in the future. This is also, let's be honest, a guy like me who is, you know, I'm excited at first, and then the long run is tough. You know, finishing projects for people like me extremely difficult. But I did that. You can see the again when I scroll down here. My masterpiece, this one I also finished, and it took me a long fucking long time. So it's possible I have some finished projects, but it's not any easy thing. Also finishing Let's Plays, for example. Just committing to the finishing is tough, but let's be fair. I mean, the world is extremely interesting. There are so many distractions. It's hard to focus on only one thing if there are so many distractions, you know. And it also is good for me to be creative, so I can create things, you know, different kind of images, whatever, not today. And then I can put them on the website. You can use them when they are on the website. They're also gonna be for OBS recordings, maybe some thumb up videos, some ring the bell clock. You don't have to do this on this channel. You don't have to do shit. Feel free to give me your shit if you want. So if you have to say something, say it. Otherwise, whatever. But I'm not gonna say write it in the comments down below. But do it if you have to say something, especially about if you're from the programmer perspective is interesting to me. What if you're a programmer? Then you know that is really interesting. Last time I had a little conversation on this channel with a guy from Russia, and it's interesting for me when I communicate with people. Then it's interesting. But if I don't know you, never heard of you, then I don't really care. So, but I learn a lot also when what people say. So that's good. Anyway, so it's funny. The world is funny, but also annoying. everything is annoying. I'm annoying too, especially when I get excited. And sometimes the world is so convenient that it annoys me too. And sometimes the world is hard. It's no fun, but I'm thankful I'm here, but not always. Sometimes life is freaking so hard. It's as a creative guy, let me just say that sometimes life is like boy, I cannot. What the heck is wrong with this world, with people and stuff like this, you know? And then you create something. The world is so good. This is Anyway. Now with that, I let you go, and I wish you a good night. I really do actually right now. See, this comes from if I say it, I mean it. If I don't say it, I don't mean it. That's simple. That's how I should do it always. Okay, then I wish you a good night or a good morning or whatever you do, and bye bye.